And we back with yet another episode of R&R. It's Jamerson Ballard. I'm the host. And I got a squad with me. Due diligence in the house, y'all. Everybody, welcome
What
due
up? What up? What up?
diligence, man. We in here, man. Today's episode is entitled "Can We All Just Get Along?" It's Martin Luther King Day and shit. Um, and there was a plethora of conflict going on over the last week. I got to talk about it, man. I got to talk about it. I'm late talking about it. I didn't just make it a point to do no content on it right away. But we here now. We're gonna commentate the whole thing. Um, and by whole thing, we're gonna talk about the thing that happened between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. We gotta talk about that, man. I it's season 5, it's episode 2, and you know, we could get right to it, but I got some other things that need to be addressed in a segment I like to call "Is That Right?" Now, oh, 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 all right. I think, well, yeah, excuse me, my bad. I touched something by accident on the back of my little box, and that motherfucker didn't like that shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good?
All right, bet. So yeah, man. Is That Right? Is brought to you in part by Kicks, the luxury shoe brand, brought to you by yours truly. I will leave a link in the description box so y'all can see what those look like. And I mean, y'all like, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Activate that like button. It don't cost nothing. When we talking about shit that you feel like somebody needs to hear, do us a favor, hit the like button and get us in the algorithm so everybody can get a whiff of what we smoking in here. You understand me? How you been, dude? What's going on? How the week been for you, bro?
Everything is good, man. Steady working on the ground. Just doing a little studying, getting it in, trying to get my little show off the ground too. So I appreciate you for letting me, come and join you. I
Hey,
have fun every time, and I look forward to the show, man.
okay. Yeah, man. It's I named the show "Can We All Get Along" because it is, you know, Martin Luther King Jr. Day and all that shit. And shout out to him. They did have a parade out here. Do you be rocking with the parades, bro? You be going to the parades and shit?
I mean, I haven't been to one in a minute, but I've gone to them before.
Okay, yeah, man. The parades be parading. I ain't
Exactly.
in a minute, bro. But I got a little girl now, so I probably need to get into that, a little more before she get too old. But um, I don't know. Yeah, we got Madison Hilton in the house tonight, y'all. Y'all give him a warm welcome, man. How you get in here and get his earphones together. He won't be on screen though, bro, playing the shy role today. But it's more about me, you know, making sure my equipment is what it needs to be. We kind of sprung it on him. And I mean you can see him right now. Okay, yeah, there you go. Bro here. Um, and so, hopefully
You
y'all
got a
won't
mic over there?
have hearing him. I could hook a mic up, bro, but like I said, I'd have to get it out the box and everything. And but I kind of felt like it was a little bit too much to do right away when we really trying to shoot right quick. But we will have things in place so that next time bro show up, because the whole point is to be able to have the setup to where a few brothers could be in here and sisters, and we can get our debate on about things that's going on in the diaspora. You understand me? But um, I really do think there's some in the water right now. I've seen a post about some on Instagram that said that it's something that they can do to I guess, use the frequency of to make people more violent or something like that, or something to that effect. They can also like use your phone or something to do. I could not find a post to save my life, bro. I was supposed to put that on so y'all can see that, but um, there is a lot of aggression, a lot of aggression. And I felt like it was like a little effect on my voice. I didn't know.
Yeah, I heard it too. It definitely did.
Am I? I
You
ain't trying.
straight now. You
Okay,
straight now, but you kind of sounded like,
like T-Painting, like it
man,
was.
straight up,
It
auto
was.
tuned up.
Yeah, it was a little auto tune.
It did it again. Hey, that shit did it
Maybe
right on point.
I didn't mean to do that. But since it's on, I mean, I might use it just a little bit, you know. Um, but anyway, I I I I had a couple things I want to show y'all before we go into the thing, because we got the Corey Holcomb thing that's gonna happen. We're gonna talk about that. That's why everybody's here. We want to hear how you know niggas felt about that. Um, but it was a little some disturbing shit that I seen that I didn't get to address last week, bro. So are you an organ donor by any chance?
Oh
You
no,
don't
I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play that at all. Hell no, I ain't no organ donor. I ain't gonna play no
bro,
game with them.
bro in the back like you don't get out either, bro. Y'all hey, if y'all don't know. Mm, okay, so Brett said, can y'all hear him?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked if he had a mic because I can't hear nothing he's saying.
He said
Tell,
that.
tell him to say something. Tell him to speak up. Like,
Say something, speak up. And man,
yeah, you're gonna have to talk for him because we can't hear nothing online.
but I mean, brother here supporting, I appreciate him. But yeah, he basically said that it's crazy because of organ donor say this people's life, but he don't get down. I'm just like they don't try to save you. If you die or if you about to die, you close to dying, they don't try to save your life all the way. You can be dead because your organs got to stay fresh. So if they feel like you're a good candidate and you about to die, they be like, "Well, shit, we got one, we got us one," and it's proof now, bro. It's proof now. It was a dude, like a 42-year-old mechanic. I'm gonna show y'all the clip right quick. Bro, escaped from the hospital. He got up out of there. Hold on. Bro got up out of there. Shit. Let me see. Where that shit at, man? Boy, that boy got little. Hold on. As soon as I find this shit, I can't. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Check it out. It's a little short too, so I ain't even sure.
42-year-old mechanic escaped from a hospital in Northern America,
Hold on.
shouting in fear, "They want to take my organs." After the police questioned him, Mark Delcourt said he was admitted for a minor injury. But while he was in his hospital bed,
Oh, yeah, I have to forgive my internet. I don't know what is the issue.
after hearing that, he
Y'all hear that? It said he has no family.
panicked, ripped out his and crawled through a ventilation duct to get out. Initially, the police thought Mark was just overreacting, but he insisted that there were other survivors still inside. 2 hours later, a SWAT team conducted a raid on the hospital's basement. Mark's medical records had been altered to irrecoverable, and he had been moved to a locked technical maintenance area with the cameras strategically turned away. This backed up his claims and proved that he wasn't just making things up. During the raid, they found 4 patients strapped to chairs and 1 patient lying on a table covered in dry blood, surrounded by a tray of surgical tools. Further investigation revealed a false wall hiding a secret room that contained 6 unregistered medical refrigerators and 28 files marked with a red X. Right now,
Wow.
the police have arrested 2 suspects connected to this incident, and hospital management has promised to fully cooperate with the investigation to ensure patient safety. It's shocking that a place meant to be the safest, a hospital, turned out to be the most dangerous place for patients without family. What do you think about this?
Yeah, that shit's scary as hell, bro.
I couldn't imagine, man.
The worst part about it. You said the worst part about it is what? Yeah, they did. They try to make bro sound like he was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he would have been well in his right to delete somebody, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have switched the whole thing around if he would have ended up really, you know what I'm saying, hurting somebody for trying to get at him because, you know what I'm saying, they was really trying to do that, man. I didn't see that, and I'm glad that you showed that because, you know, we always believed that in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We always knew that if you got that on your ID or your license, it's a good chance you ain't coming back out that hospital. But we could never prove it. But this right here is just, you know, it's just more
bro,
confirmation.
right. Oh yeah, I check out the subscribe or die shirts. Because that's how I really feel. Like, you what else you doing? You watch the show. You might as well subscribe. If you're not subscribing, nigga, you might as well be dying. Because you ain't really you unsavory. You ain't got this seasoning on you. Nah. It's seriously though. Subscribe to something, or stop playing with yourself. Anyway, yeah, man, that needed to be seen, bro. Because there's a lot of y'all out there. I think it was a dude on a motorcycle that I mean, you get in a wreck, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if there's anything left after a motorcycle wreck, man. But if it's anything, bro, they not finna try to, you know, save your life, bro. They finna just save them organs. And 'cause they got people in line for them, but they doing underhanded shit. They said they had 4 more people in there that was waiting, and they, oh, he got no relatives. You got us one. He's perfect. He's a perfect candidate because you ain't got no family. So you ain't got nobody that's gonna put up no fight for you if they do take your organs. That's crazy, bro.
Right, right. And I wonder what kind of incentives that they got. Like, do they give bonuses if they grab somebody? You know what I'm saying? I bet you they got some kind of kickbacks.
Yeah, money. They probably just get, man. They probably get a little quarter ticket for a heart, $250,000 for what I mean. Probably get $100,000 a piece for the eyes. They just split it. Like, man, you got a certain blood type too. You know what I mean? Like, because that matters. But anyway, that's just so y'all know. If you care about your life, go on and take the organ donor off your driver's license. So they can get you. 'Cause see right there. Just listening to the show. You ain't even been in 20 minutes. You just got you a you understand me? A whole gym. And we was able to laugh about that shit. Where else you gonna get that seriousness with the laughter and shit? It's going down in R&R. You understand me?
All day.
Man,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, man. We got to stick together, brother. You understand me? We need each other. Um, it's some more shit going on that's crazy out here too. Um, it's a it's a little nigga that's killed his daddy. Killed your father. What? Why? Right, because he made your ass go to bed.
Ain't
You
got a
know,
whooping.
dirty
Ain't got a
ass.
whooping and killed his daddy.
Right. Like man, we finna see why what happened, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it had to be something to do with disciplinary action. I can guarantee you. And I want to say that it's not, you know, a black person, but nowadays there ain't no guarantee. They they used to be some exclusive to Anglos. Now we killing parents and shit too. That shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
And everything else that the mother people do that we ain't supposed to be doing, smoking meth and messing with kids and all
Ooh,
kind of weirdo shit.
ooh, smoking meth and touching babies.
Hmm.
Oh God.
I be hearing these YNs while we talking about these youngsters just doing anything. I heard the next little thing I've been hearing these YNs saying is like ain't no big homies. Like they ain't got no big homies. You know what I'm saying? Which I know what they mean, but I don't think that's necessarily a good thing, man. It's good to have a big homie. Like you don't know everything. You know, as long as your big homie pointing you in the right direction, it's okay to have big homies. But don't get your ego messed up and be out here in these streets and just be out here like can't nobody tell you nothing, man. Because some advice might save your life, man. Straight up.
I mean, but to he who has ears, let him hear. You feel me? Because everybody feel like they know every damn thing. You don't need no, you really just don't want nobody to get in the way of what you're trying to do. But everything happens for a reason, and even something that don't happen could be for a good reason too. You might jump out there too bad and too fast, trying to do something and hurt yourself and lose your life. Um, Man, I don't even want to bring that up, but let's play the clip right quick.
Hey, good evening. I'm Dennis Owens.
I'm Alicia Richards. So glad you're with us. Tonight, we begin with new information in the case of an 11-year-old Perry County boy
No audio.
accused of killing his father.
Police say the boy, Clayton Dietz, shot and killed
You hear me?
his father, Douglas Dietz, inside their home on South Market Street in Duncan.
There ain't no audio.
Yo,
You can't hear no audio on the.
yo,
What about the first one I played? Because you
yo. I
couldn't hear
heard
the
every
audio
bit.
in either.
Yeah, I heard every bit of that one.
But this one tripping. I don't know. 'Cause I had everything set up already. Made sure I did a test run so we could, see audio. I mean, it's it should be running. Everything should be good. Settings is there. Let's try it again and see what happens. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna go back to it. Y'all bear with me, man. We having a little bit of a kerfuffle. You feel me? Uh, That shit crazy. I killed that again. All
We have team coverage, and we begin with Sarah Wilson, who is live in Duncannon. Sarah?
Nothing.
Alicia, Dennis, good evening to you. Just hours before this all.
You still don't hear nothing?
Nope.
You don't hear nothing.
Nothing at all.
That's kind of crazy. Did you heard the first one?
Absolutely.
What was the first one I played anyway?
The first one was about the dude getting the organ
Oh,
donor
that
thing.
man. Yeah. So what's up with this one? I don't even get that right now. I mean, let me see. Bro. This is definitely a little bit irritating. Maybe let me see if I try to share a different one with 11. Hold on.
The streets of Oklahoma City will be filled with floats, marching bands, and messages.
Can you hear it, bro?
Hosts its annual Martin Luther
No.
King Jr. parade. Its theme is "We Are Better Together," a message organizers say will be woven throughout the parade.
It brings our community together and helps us all.
That's crazy. Mm. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna fix that right now. I don't have time. I could talk about everything I need to talk about without the videos, though. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, I can do that. Right. So we're gonna keep the show like that then. And um, let's just cut straight to the chase then. Um, Celebrity spotlight. Because we know how to roll with the punches here at R&R, and we not tripping like that. We'll go straight to the story that everybody want to know about anyway, and that's Corey. Corey and Anton, man. Did you see the video?
It was wild. I seen it live, bro. It was crazy. I thought it was going down for sure.
Yeah. I I caught it the next day, and I definitely thought it was a play. How did you feel about it, Madison? A play in what way? Well, I seen the precursor to the whole thing, which was the bait that he threw out, Anton threw out the week previous. Yeah, 'cause he did throw out like a $400 uh lick to Corey while he was live. You know what I mean, to get Corey's attention. I'm guessing it was, a large enough amount to make Corey see it and say something about it, which would have been fine if it would have just been $100. You know what I'm saying? Even 50. But he did it 4 times that, and it was like, this ain't nothing to me, but and now that I'm looking at it in hindsight, like, at first it just looked like, oh yeah, man, I love what you're doing. Here's $400, to the cause, blah, blah, blah. But, once Corey seen it, he was like, hey man, we gotta get together. We gotta do a show so people can see us, you know, you know, discussing our points of view, because they're on different ends of the spectrum pretty much. Um, but Anton, I guess, decided to come, and he said that he was gonna come in person. Because from what he said, he felt like the energy be different between people when they in person. You know what I'm saying? They don't play as many games when you right there in front of them. So he said he was gonna pull up, and I guess they decided they was gonna pull up on Corey's platform, which would give Corey home court advantage. And you'll see in my thumbnail, I got the Urbanite versus the Suburbanite. And the original title of the show was going to be uh, Playing to Win versus Playing Not to Lose. Because I felt like once Anton got there, he said a few things that made me feel like he had been prepping for this, for however long he needed to. He felt like to keep him, where he had an advantage, and it put Corey at a disadvantage because I don't think he knew what he was in for when he got there. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to push Corey's buttons in a way it seemed like that was gonna make him react as opposed to respond. You understand what I'm saying? And he got caught lacking as far as Corey is concerned. I don't think that he handled it bad, but it definitely could have been handled way better so that it didn't look like he was being rage baited and played into into a to where he would have to take it to an actual physical confrontation in order to save face. That makes sense because bruh fake rage baited him after certain verbal jabs was thrown, and it looked it to me like Corey threw the first lick, but because ass kisser ain't really considered as disrespectful as dick sucker, it looked like you know that Anton had just you know thrown a better jab, like a more offensive jab after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it could have been sidestepped if communications were better. I had the video to play, and I was gonna play a play-by-play and commentate each blow like it was like a chess move from each individual. Um, but when you're playing a game that you're not aware, you're in a race that you're not aware of. It puts you at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Like my car sometimes can bring things out of individuals when I'm driving, right? And then I feel like to me, they are trying to outrun me, but I don't know that I'm in a race. I just feel them trying to draw faster around me. And it's sometimes annoying because I have my kid and my family in the car with me. Not that that's gonna change. I mean, I'm gonna still drive safely either way, but I'll be more apt to rise to the challenge had I been, you know, made aware that I was in a secret competition with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I illustrated it like the way it looked to me is like if you was the big man in prison, right? You the man in prison, everybody, you the king, basically, and or you haven't been challenged in a while. And now you got this new dude that comes in, and it's a lose lose for Corey because you don't, you're not, you don't really win nothing if you win this. Like you know what I'm saying? He's a newer content creator, has been in less time, and he comes off like he's conservative, so it looks like he's more like a suburbanite. Like you know what I'm saying? So if he win, even if it goes physically, Corey's supposed to win. You understand? Like, I don't know if he has more followers than bro. I think bro might actually have more followers than Corey at this point because he's going at it, being seen more often. You know what I mean? Corey's at a disadvantage because he only does the show on one day a week. And bro was making some key points. I liked it. Uh a lot of what he's like how he handled himself when being challenged by Corey. I I was I'm biased, bro, because I fuck with Corey so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to see, bro, you know, sound more polished, but he just sounded like he got caught off guard and he was a little more emotional with his responses because, you know, I don't think like I said, he wasn't prepared for what was going to be happening. He knew that they disagree on a lot of key points, but you know, his he said that bro kissed white man ass, right? And then it kinda went left from there. But He also said some other shit before that I want to highlight about the importance of voting and basically local voting, um, and how that could change things. Because the presidency doesn't. I'll say I agree with that because I don't like the idea of voting either. But voting locally will change things for you, whereas voting for the president might necessarily that ain't gonna change shit specifically. Not necessarily. I mean, it can change things because your local people can get money and funds allocated to them depending on who's the president. But at the end of the day, the sheriff and the district, like the district attorney, like the type of people that control how crime is fought, and a lot of that shit. Some of the shit that needs to be implemented locally, like that. Those things, you should vote for that. You know what I'm saying? It can make a difference. Um, but it was just pound for pound, it would have been better. Uh, but Corey he didn't have a lot of intelligent responses to back up his stances on shit. He just sounded like he had a bunch of hunches. And although I agree with some of what he was having to say about Anton's argument was put together better, and he rage baited bro in a way that made it look like he needed some help. He got Craig and them trying to help him now, like, and that don't happen when you win. You know what I'm saying? When you win it, they nobody don't feel like they need to jump in if you winning, do they? Unless they just like, I want to lick too. I don't like the nigga. Like, I ain't necessarily saying that. Although I think Anton got the best of Corey verbally in that encounter, meaning that I don't think Corey, is soft or any of that shit. I'm just saying he was caught off guard. He was caught off guard, and if I'm honest, the best thing he could have did was not deal with that. Got him up out of there as soon as he seen what energy he was on. He got an armed guard when he came in, so he was gone. You know, it wasn't gonna be no fighting. That's dead. You don't give for how tough he sounded. I'm right here. I'm right here. We can go outside. He knew what to say to make bro act up so he could look crazy on TV and have to take it there in order to redeem himself. And it just, like I said, when you dealing with the bigger guy and you a smaller guy, you don't even have to win. All you got to do is draw first blood. You know what I'm saying? You can hit the guy and make everybody in the prison question why they was too weak to try. Unless, he actually destroys this dude and kills him or something. You hit him. He's not untouchable. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where Corey lost. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I think that Anton is a better person than Corey or any of that shit. I'm just saying, like, he has some viewpoints that I agree with because I'm no longer, you know, of the democratic mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a youngster, I didn't know no better. You know what I mean? But he said the Republican Party is the party that actually freed the slaves. That was the truth. That was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was all Republicans before, and Lyndon B. Johnson said something key. And this is when I think after Martin Luther King died, or it may have been before. It was before he actually set I could be mistaken, bro. Don't quote me, but I know he had everything to do uh with us voting Democrat because he it was something he did. I think it was about the oh man, after the bus boycott or something. You know what I'm saying? He civil rights was like, a thing. I don't know if it was it was civil rights, they recognized it. You know understand what I'm saying? And they did something. He made a law that changed some shit. It might have been the colored bathroom shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was something that changed that was, you know, instrumental. And he did that. He said, I'm about to have these niggas voting Democrat for 100 years. And we've been voting Democrat ever since. Just blindly voting Democrat, even though to me, they the ones that are doing the most damage to us. But you ask any, you know, most niggas, they don't see it like that because they are giving us something. But whatever they are giving us, it makes us dependent on them giving us shit. You getting $800 a month to pay bills, but you got $1,500 worth of shit you gotta buy. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta live down in order to keep your shit. You can't have no job. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll just get a house that's $800 a month so that you don't have to pay rent. You know what I mean? Instead of getting enough money to pay for what you really want, and you just stay there. You know, for a decade or two if they let you, and they did till recently. You know what I mean? So you know, I don't agree with everything Republicans do, and I don't consider myself a Republican per se. I am, I guess you could say, conservative in my viewpoints, but I'm not a straight party voter. If somebody is talking about some shit that I want to hear, or they trying to do something that's gonna be best for what I'm trying to do, then I'm leaning towards that. But by and large, you know, I'm not I'm not opposed to, you know, strapping up my bootstraps and getting to work and doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? To get where I'm trying to go. I'm not gonna look for no handouts. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know, I don't think that means that we're. I think that makes us weaker. The fact that we, you know, if any of us who just, well, you ain't gonna give me my food stamps this month. I mean, no. So what you gonna do? You gonna make it or you gonna die? You gonna starve because they're gonna give you nothing this month? Like, come on, bro, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. You gotta get out here and get it. So, you know, I secretly wanted to see a good back and forth, but you know, it was a little one sided.
Yeah, I think it had a lot of potential to be great. And to go back to your partner's question, he was like, you said it was a play, and I feel like it was a play too.
Mm,
But I just think lines got crossed, words got mixed, and people wasn't prepared for that, right? I do
mm,
think it was a culture clash, right? Two people from two different hoods, and Anton kind of won up Corey by calling him a dick sucker, and Corey wasn't finna let that slide at all. But if you know what type of individual Corey is, you should know that, right? So it was gonna be contentious. They had talked to each other prior to the show, and Corey had told him straight up, I disagree with some of your views. You know what I'm saying? So it's going so dude said when he first came in, I'm gonna match your energy. You know what I'm saying? So they knew that this was gonna be a fireworks show. Like that was the intention. But dude kind of like got beside himself trying to, stay Corey's equal and kind of accidentally one up them. I do think it was a lightweight shot, but I don't think he thought Corey was gonna take it the way he did. But some people you just can't play with like that. That
right.
that's the whole thing. Like people in different hoods got different play words. You know what I'm saying? Some people be calling each other the B word back and forth and act like that shit is cool. Some people be, you know what I'm saying? I done seen people put each other to sleep. Like guys like literally like run up on each other and like choke them out until they pass out. My cousin tried to do me that way. I told him I was gonna pop him if he put me to sleep, and I was not playing. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? So people play in different ways, but I do think both of them had valid points. I liked how Anton stood on his square and did not back down. No matter how it looked like, no matter how people was taking it, he didn't back down.
mm-hmm,
And Corey stood on his square. He said, "Say that shit again,"
mm,
and he stood on that. He's fuck everything else you talk about. Say it again and watch what happened. So I thought that was good. So because some people, at the point that Corey made. as a man, where I'm from, we draw a line. And if you cross that line, then you know it's gonna be issues. I'm drawing the line right here. Dude said they respected that, and then Antoine rebutted and said, "Hey, you disrespect me first. You can't dictate how I then in return talk to you. That's
Right.
valid too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why men shouldn't even be playing like that because that's what happened every time lines get crossed. I'm too old to be playing like that. Like things can get me and you, we can be contentious right now, but I ain't gonna never be like you a ass kissing whoopty whoop, especially if you my homie. These niggas ain't homies though. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That is a different story. And I guarantee you, I think Corey thought it was gonna be an easy W. And I think Anton probably knew that and was like, yeah, let's see. You know what I'm saying? So I think I heard some echo coming back on your end. Or is your partner saying something in the back?
Nah.
I kind of like echo coming in. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say, though, man. I think it had the potential to be great. I wish they would have been able to turn it around and keep on going with the conversation.
Yeah, man. Now it's like a content war. Like they trying to, you know,
Like getting them numbers up, Jay. It's all about the clicks and the numbers and the views, man.
right. You said Corey got him. He said Corey got punked.
Like, yeah, like you
How?
man, tell that nigga get on the mic, man.
He said you can't. He said you can't posture up. You can't. You know.
Oh, real. Say it again. All that. Dude said let's go outside.
How you get punked though?
Dude said let's go outside.
He said, "Dude said let's go outside."
After you posture up.
After you, if you puff up and say it again, and he one upped you again by saying, "You know what? Let's go outside."
I'm with all that.
I don't take that as a one up because Corey's whole point was don't say that again. And dude was like, and he never said it again, but he was acting. That's a pot. You right. You said the right word. That's a posture. Let's go outside. But Corey don't want to fight. Corey don't want to fight. This dude don't want to fight. So Corey is letting it be known, hey, I'm not tripping if you don't say that again. That was his position the whole time. Like, just whatever you talking about, don't say it again. And he told the man to his face, I don't want to fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Anton don't want to fight Corey. So I don't think he got punked because if I tell a nigga you better not say it again, he say let's take it to the back, and I'm not really worried about this nigga. I don't want to fight. I'm just letting it be known. If you say that again, we fight. I ain't gonna follow a nigga to the backyard and go scrap. You know what I'm saying? We just need to get an understanding. So,
I mean, even if that's what happens when y'all go outside, you still gotta go outside. You still gotta go out there now that this nigga just said that.
I don't think nothing would have cracked off if they would have went outside. I really don't.
It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. But we out here now, so if you
couldn't tell a girl.
That's why it's good that it stayed on camera.
In striking range, I'm taking off.
Yeah, you tell a motherfucker to move and you get right in your face, and y'all niggas touching foreheads and shit.
He put
the mic down.
That's a threat. That's a threat.
So Anton would have been in his right to fire on dude.
Absolutely.
I think so
Absolutely.
too. I mean,
because he could have kept saying what he was saying over here.
Right.
So how Corey
got in my face and you tried to scare me into bossing down.
Sit on the edge of your chair, say it again.
But instead of me bossing down, I sidestepped that shit and said,
say it one more time, nigga. Pinky,
I ain't gotta say that, but since you didn't put the mic down, we might as well just go outside. Cause you want to fight. And I'm not scared of you. So let's go outside and talk and look at it.
Okay.
I think if he would have said it again, Corey would have fired on him. And I'm from the place where they say, you know, get it in where you stand. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna. If I feel threatened and somebody in my face, I'm firing on them while they in my face. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no let's take it.
It felt like it was still a higher bluff though. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Because neither one of them niggas wanted to fight.
Corey disrespected him first.
He did.
First of all, Corey disrespected him first.
He did. Corey disrespected him first by saying, and you can't dictate how a nigga respond to your disrespectful comments. So,
exactly. So he wanted to disrespect. Then Corey got mad.
And Corey got mad and got in his face when he
escalated to insinuate and posturing.
like
where we at.
Like, nigga, I'll beat your ass. You sitting in my face, and then you say it again. And the nigga say, if you'd have told me not to disrespect you and don't call me that, then we could go there. But you didn't left, came off from over here, told this bitch to move out the way, and then you setting your mic down. Let's go outside now. We finna fight.
Nah, it's take off where you stand. That's some cop out shit. It's take off where you stand.
It is. But when you got shit, it's not beyond me to be like, okay, I'm not finna tear this motherfucker up because I know me. We finna fight. We both big. If I get off on you in this motherfucker.
Nah, but he not big though. He not big. He way smaller than
shit. So you really wanna fight. You putting your mic down, you breathing all hard. Let's go outside and let's see you keep that same energy right here where we can actually do something to each other. And it ain't gonna, we still gonna, niggas can record. I don't give a fuck. But nigga, you gonna respect me. Don't come in my motherfucking face like you breathing all. I'm smelling your breath and shit now. And you gonna tell me, don't say it again. I'd have just fired on your ass for just getting close to me like that, nigga. Because I don't give a fuck about saying shit. Nigga, if you don't like what the fuck I got to say, tell me verbally. You getting up in my motherfucking face gonna make me fire on you. And that ain't what Anton wanted to do. But he sidestepped the say it again part and said, let's go outside. And I'm not saying that Corey lost because he said that, but he didn't see that coming. And
but what if it was what if it was another bluff though? What if this is a let's get off camera and let me calm down the situation? Because that's what I thought it was gonna be. It's like, hey, let me get off the camera and then shit gonna pipe down. But it's good that it was all on camera, so you ain't got no behind the scenes. We got to see everything go down. If they would have went off camera and something happened, we'd be speculating. We don't know who did what.
All right, but I mean, it at the same time, bro was at a disadvantage. He came there to trip. He brought a security guard, so that was kind of like, okay, nigga. But at the same time, bro, he still stood on whatever business he said he was gonna stand on while saying I match your energy. And when he went low, he went lower. And when he went, lower, Corey didn't have nothing for that because the only place to go after that is physical. And he wasn't finna do that shit. So he backed off. He went back to his side, and then he called him a bitch. After they calmed this shit down, he called him a bitch. And Brett got up and left. And
I gotta ask y'all a question.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my question to y'all because y'all feel like your partner feel like Corey got punked or whatever. Mm-hmm. But this is my question to you guys as men, right? Like every time somebody disrespects me, I don't feel like I need to put my hands on them, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes I'm only a man. I'm just a man. If you catch me on the right day and the right time, I just might put my hands on you. And I got certain words as a man that I'm not going to let certain individuals call me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might not put my hands on them, but I'm going to make it damn show for show that they know that, hey, don't do that right there. So whenever your partner comes from the perspective like Corey got punked, does he draw any line in the sand to where he let men just talk to him any type of way? Like, where's his line at? Where's y'all line at? Do you let people tell you that you sucking dick? Do you let people tell you to, call you a bitch into your face and then you just be like, well, whatever?
Do you?
It's about the posture. I come from a way different area.
Okay. He said it's about the posture, and he come from a way different area. So I guess what you're saying is you can say all you're gonna say, but once you get up and start trying to move towards me, then that's
call him a bitch, Jamerson. See what he do. Call him a bitch right now on camera. I bet you he gonna be mad in the motherfucker.
Yeah, but this ain't got shit to do with him. He turned this motherfucker up. Ain't nobody have to pay nothing to him but me. So
that's another thing too. They got to worry about like whoever throws the first punch on camera lose in real life because you finna get paid. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the behind the game scenes that we really ain't seeing. They playing another chess game in their minds. Like, nigga, Corey hoping that nigga take off, right? So you can look at it like, hey,
I can
Corey
defend
got into
myself
that nigga's face when he's
ferociously.
punking him and all of that. Corey is trying to provoke that man to hit him. And
Yeah.
that man is trying to provoke Corey to hit him first. That's a whole nother in-court battle.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they'll win. A motherfucker I get took off on in real life and take that L, but then get 50,000, 100,000 behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, they should now schedule a podcast episode in the gym.
So you basically saying they should have a celebrity boxing match now?
Yeah, I think we should
Well,
push that.
We talking about two over the hill niggas that really didn't want to fight. They just wanted to.
Jones Jr. was over the hill.
But them niggas fought for a living. These niggas,
these
niggas don't. Them niggas ain't doing no running.
Don't be saying somebody sucked dick.
And you got one nigga that's like 6'3", 240, you know what I'm saying, 260, whatever. And then Anton is like, what, 5'9", you know what I'm saying,
Right.
200.
He ball looking ass nigga.
But that kid,
Yeah,
He ain't really
ain't a fight I want to see.
He out intelligence that nigga by being like you know he just yeah. That's by he said I studied you. So I played chess. He came to your house, disrespected you in your shit with niggas there. He can say that he did more than he did because he spent the money to do it. He got a fight, came to your crib, talk shit to you in your face, calmed it down because he pretty much calmed it down. Then ground it back up when he felt like I disrespected you 4 times in your face, nigga. You ain't gonna do shit. I'm not finna do nothing. Let's cut all the tough talk because you ain't finna do nothing like God.
That's what I'm saying, because Corey knows. Hey, Jay, how many times do Corey say, hey, I can't have niggas up here because shit go down? Like, that's what happened between him and Zoe. He had to pay the ticket for the Zoe. And so Corey know. You know what I'm saying? He talk about it all the time. Like, I'm not putting my hands on nobody up here where it can be, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't going to do nothing but sue me. He talk about it all the time. And with, what's his face? What's his name? He called that nigga the gooey raccoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the fucked up part is, this nigga got more to lose than him. He making more money than him. And so but he's the underdog. So like I said,
it's a hustle.
Yeah, he got hustled because whatever you do and react to what I'm saying and doing, you bluffed yourself in a corner where you have to do something physical now that you done came up, huffed and puffed and said in my face and made me try to make me feel something like you was gonna do something to me. And I told you with your nose touching mine that you ain't finna do shit. And you really just had to like eat that shit. And the way you got over was by calling the nigga a bitch, and the nigga got up and left. Like on some high ground shit. Like he did right, you more mature enough to, you know what, bro, you can call me whatever, but when I told you to come outside, your ass didn't come. And now you calling me a bitch, I'm about to go. I'm about to go, bro, because this ain't finna go nowhere. So it was, he damn near checkmated him. If not checked him, but I say check, you know, when you say checkmate, you check. He, by, you know, making him mad enough to where the nigga called him a bitch. Now, Anton, because we don't hold him to the same standard, he was supposed to fire on Corey if he street like that for him calling him a bitch. But because he came in with his fucking shirt tucked in and shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't hold him to the same standard, and you really can't because he came decorated like a nigga that's finna go do some corporate shit. Whereas Corey is a blue collar dude. So it's just like, man, I think we missed the opportunity for it to be some real work done in that room between two opposite ends of the spectrum. And we as the black community lost out. Because if they would have worked out that shit the right way, I think we could have got some answers. But content wise, Anton did his job by going in there and creating doubt. That's all he had to do. Mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? But because we can't verbalize our differences in the right way, destructively, we as the black community lost out. Now we split. And it ain't no Malcolm X, Martin Luther King level shit, but it's still, I think Corey could have, in his crowd in the 5150, they could have learned a great deal by hearing what Brett had to say about a lot of shit, because he do got some bread. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't agree with him talking about reparations and shit and his stance on that shit, which is kind of weird, but because he doing all right, he don't feel like he need the shit. And if we follow a lot of these different plays and playbooks, we could be in a position where we ain't really tripping off the shit that hard. You know what I'm saying? But
Indeed.
Niggas would rather get some food stamps.
Another thing that I thought was enlightening. If you want to land your plane, go ahead. I'm trying not to cut you
That's
off.
it right there. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. Another thing, I think Anton really did a good job, because I think it was past due for that to happen to Corey. And I got love for Corey, right? But Corey do talk a lot of shit about it. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? And for a nigga to come on this show and kind of call him out and tell him to his face that, hey, your partner's just some yes man, right? You talk shit about all these niggas, but when you see them in the streets, you don't do shit. I'm right here in your face. You ain't doing shit. So it's a whole lot of W's on that aspect for Antoine. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can't talk as much shit as Corey and expect, you know what I'm saying, that not to come back to you. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Corey is a comedian. This is what he do. You know what I'm saying? All day long. But yeah, I enjoyed seeing that as, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what a real man do. Like, if a motherfucker don't fuck with you like that, and you should be able to call somebody out on their shit. A motherfucker calling me an ass kisser, but I'm going to tell you, shit, whenever you said you was going to do something to Stephen A. Smith, you ended up taking a picture with him eating some chicken. Whenever you seen Charles Barkley, you didn't do shit. Whenever you see all these different people that you didn't talk bad about, you didn't do shit, nigga, shut up. You know what I'm saying? And that's real.
Yeah, man, you not tough, and it's not cool. But when you talk shit that much, you do got some roosters that got to come home to roost, bro. And it's like, it was painful to watch because it happened kind of fast. That shit didn't even get to a 40-minute mark before it was like all way bad. I don't know. Because I have my opinions about what Craig is going through too. But I don't.
What about you in your personal life? Have you ever had a miscommunication like that, to where you going back and forth with somebody and then somebody taking a step too far and you had to let them know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, we ain't doing that?
It's not cool, but it happens a little more regularly than I would want it to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it happens regularly now, but it's happened a couple times where, like, I've actually had to show a motherfucker how to disagree with me in a way that don't get you to where you feel like
get you fucked up,
being thrown. Yeah, and this, I think you know who I'm about to talk about too. I ain't gonna talk about the person specifically, but that was probably the last time I've had a person word things in a way that made me want to do something to them. And I ultimately had to, you know, just walk away from it, understanding that it's, this internet shit and these, the phones and shit, motherfuckers be tough when they not in your face. When you in the face, I don't think the motherfuckers would done half of what they said. I said half of what they would have said while they was on the phone, but I don't think it would have went that far if I was in somebody's face and they was feeling like they was finna call me out my name or do anything weird like that. But it is a way to disagree with a person that has a strong opinion without the disrespect happening, bro. You can't lose everything because you know the wording and I've grown to a point now where it's like you can call me whatever, and that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be happy about being called whatever. I still have the right to be upset. At the same time, though, it's to the point now where you have to be physically trying to do something to me for me to physically, you know, defend myself or hurt somebody. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's really I say this because it's true, but it don't always feel like that in the moment. But you aren't who they call you. You are who you respond to. You know what I'm saying? Like you are what you respond to. So, motherfucker, call you a bitch and you trip. You're not talking to me. You can't be talking to me. I don't got no vagina, so you're not talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, but if a motherfucker in your face, nigga, you a bitch. And dare to put their hand in your motherfucking face and touch your forehead and push it like like that, nah, hell nah. The word itself ain't gonna do nothing, but you trying to put your hands on me is gonna get you hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed, indeed. And man, so there's an old saying that says, "He he who dares not offend can't be trusted to tell the truth."
Mm.
Sometimes the truth is offensive, but you want a person to tell you the truth, whether it's offensive or not. You know what I'm saying? If your partner tell you that your breath stink, you know what I'm saying? You might be offended by it, but he really just threw you a bone. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful who you're around, and like you said, it's all in how you say it too. You know what I'm saying? But some things, no matter how you say it, people gonna take it in a negative way. But it's up to the person to really discern if it's something good for them or somebody just badgering them. You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta learn how to respect honesty, even if it's not colored in a way that you would like. That motherfucker that's talking shit about you to your face is probably more of a friend than the motherfucker that say they're your friends and they won't tell you that your breath stink.
For sure.
Breath stink is always weird because you almost can't tell whether the motherfucker telling the truth or not. Because you can't really smell
You
your
can't
own.
smell it.
But I mean, you can try, but all you can do is arm yourself with some gum and hope that your shit don't be funky as you hope. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker tell you, "Hey man, why you keep wearing them shoes everywhere?" Like, and you like, "Man, fuck you," like because you can't get no more. But it's like, look, bro, I feel like you ain't really a good friend if you ain't got a solution to the shit that you telling this person about. Now you can tell a motherfucker about themselves, and you ain't got no gun for the nigga when you tell him his breast thing. Like, is you? I mean, you don't have to because it's like, bro, you gotta back up, bro. Your breath kind of like, you know. But sometimes it just be people trying to talk shit, and you just got to be able to take, chew the meat, spit out the bones, bro. You know, if a motherfucker hating on you, fine, but you know, like you said, like it's all how you take it. You know what I mean? It's all how
Indeed.
you take it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is so sensitive nowadays, and in their feelings and shit, and they want people to say things the way they want you to say them, and it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be told to you the way you want it to be told to you, bro. You gotta just take it for what it's worth, man. But I got a couple more things that I want to address because I can't do this video thing over and it not work. So I'm not gonna get frustrated doing that. Um,
Hey Jay, I'm finna go ahead. I'm finna go ahead and jump off. I gotta attend to the family, man.
all
I
right,
just got
peace.
home. I ain't been home that long, so I'm gonna go kick it with the family, man. But I appreciate you letting me on. It was
Yeah,
nice to meet your partner too. Tell him I said what up, and I'll catch you next time.
all right, bet.
Peace.
Yeah, Gucci man, Gucci man got robbed, apparently, allegedly by Pooh Shiesty, and it's making the news rounds. You know what I mean? Like, apparently, Gucci Man uh, fired all his artists and, kept Fujiano and Shiesty and was hoping when Shiesty got home he was going to get back to business. But that ain't what happened because apparently Gucci Man didn't handle Big Scar's death appropriately. And who was mad about that shit? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on between Gucci Man and what's the name? Yo Gotti that being aired out, man. And, you know, I guess what's his name? Pooh Shiesty is kind of, one of the pawns being used in this whole scheme. You know, Yo Gotti apparently had Gucci Mane's woman while he was in prison or before he went to prison. I don't know. And dropped his mixtape on the same day that Gucci Man dropped his mixtape when they was cool, and that fucked everything up. You know, he dropped his mixtape on 10/17 when Gucci Man named his label that and made that what he was gonna do and shit. And it's a lot of petty shit, man. That I mean, I don't know if niggas that got money got anything else to do but go get into it with each other over dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get everything you ever wanted, you get prickly, and now you get tight about shit when motherfuckers do shit.
That's the best thing to do. Let the niggas all go out in a field and play what you call that?
Russian roulette, duel.
Duels.
He said
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
let them duel it out if that's all they trying to do. You know what I mean? But that would take some courage.
a lot of niggas gotta go.
They do.
It's a lot for life to get better, for culture to get better.
I said a lot of niggas gonna have to go for the culture to get better. I think that it's a lot of shit that can be salvaged, but it's just the fact that it's a lot of shit going on that I'm not even gonna get to address today because my videos is tripping, obviously.
You first gonna have to make examples for it. Because majority of motherfuckers is followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they following the wrong shit. You make examples out of the wrong shit, they gonna 180 and get right. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want that.
Oh well,
And
you saying the same shit that 50 Cent said. It's like you can't control another man. He said, well, yeah, you can. All you got to do is make a big enough example out of the motherfuckers that crossed you, and everybody else will know not to cross you. And I think that's true for most men. So the women gonna fall in line after that. And shit can be corrected, but I just don't think it should have to come to that, bro. Of course it'd be nice if motherfuckers just did the right thing, but when you up above everybody else, it's the only way motherfuckers gonna feel something is if they get hit in their pockets. You know what I mean? I'm saying like if and this is not that I'm trying to blame it on women, but I think a lot of dudes do the shit that they do because they still can get women. Once if it was a thing where you have to be standing on some type of business to get a woman, I say stand on top of it. But if you didn't do what you say, your word didn't mean shit, your reputation was wobbly, nobody would want to make children with you because you're a weenie. You know what I'm saying? And you're a goofy. But most females, I guess, is just trying to, live through the day and make it to the next day. They don't care about longevity. And you'll give a kid to a bitch ass nigga, just so you can have an easier life. And there's no shade to women. I'm just saying, bro. Dudes need to hold themselves to a higher standard so that a motherfucker won't be ashamed to be with your ass. But it is what it is, man. I just, I just, I'm reporting what I see in order to institute some type of change. But it has to be some pain implemented. Like, motherfuckers just don't do shit uh because it's the right thing to do, apparently. It has to be a consequence, a pain, a fine, a tax, or something. So we'll have to figure out what that is. We probably won't do it today, but that's all I got for today's show. If you got anything out of the show, please, activate the like button. You got, you know, Cash App, SuperStee, $ SuperStee, SuperStee. Like I said, man, we just gonna try to take things to the next level, man, and do the right thing when ain't nobody looking, because that's what we'll make integrity great again. Um, but that's all I got. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see y'all next time. This is Jamerson Ballard signing off.